Shannon Briggs has always been a larger-than-life figure in the world of boxing, and his bold, unrelenting persona has often propelled him into the headlines. Known for his boisterous personality and catchphrase "Let's go champ," which has become synonymous with his name, Briggs has remained a presence in the sport even after his last official fight in 2016. Now, at the age of 53, Briggs finds himself back in the spotlight, offering his 2 cents on the potential return of former heavyweight champion Wladimir Klitschko. When news surfaced that the 47-year-old Ukrainian could be eyeing a comeback in the heavyweight division, possibly to rematch Tyson Fury, the man who dethroned him in 2015, Briggs, ever the showman, wasted no time throwing his hat into the ring with a sharp and quick-witted response: "Let's go champ, I'm still here." While this was just a 6-word message on social media, it carried much more weight than meets the eye. For Briggs, these words were a direct declaration, a statement not only of his undying love for the sport but also a clear signal that, despite the years and the toll age has taken on his body, he still believes he has the fire to make one more run at glory. His call-out wasn't just aimed at Klitschko, but rather at the entire heavyweight division, proclaiming that there's still room for the brash, loud-mouthed former champion in the conversation. "Let's go champ" has become a mantra for Briggs, a rallying cry for both himself and his supporters, a message that he's far from done and that boxing fans should not forget about him. His confidence and persona have kept him relevant in a sport that thrives on intrigue and spectacle, and his latest remarks about Klitschko's potential comeback underscore his desire to stay part of that conversation. The idea of Wladimir Klitschko, a man who ruled the heavyweight division for over a decade, returning to the ring in 2025 is something that has stirred up both excitement and skepticism within the boxing community. Klitschko's retirement in 2017 came after a heroic loss to Anthony Joshua in one of the most thrilling heavyweight bouts of the decade. In that fight, Klitschko, then 41, proved that he still had the skill, determination, and heart to go toe-to-toe with the younger, stronger Joshua, even though he was ultimately stopped in the 11th round. Klitschko's career had already spanned more than 20 years, during which he dominated the heavyweight landscape, defending his world titles and solidifying himself as one of the best of his era. His departure from the sport seemed to be a definitive end to his illustrious career. But like many great champions before him, the urge to come back never really fades. The prospect of Klitschko returning for a rematch with Fury is tantalizing for many. Their first encounter in 2015 was one of the most significant fights in recent history, with Fury dethroning Klitschko in a unanimous decision that shocked the boxing world. It was a defining moment for both fighters. For Fury, it marked the start of his rise to stardom as the self-proclaimed Gypsy King and one of the most enigmatic and entertaining figures in the sport. For Klitschko, it was the end of an era. To this day, the loss remains a bitter pill for Klitschko fans to swallow, and many believe that the former champion never fully got the chance to redeem himself in the eyes of the public. A rematch between the two would undoubtedly be an event that captures the imagination of boxing fans worldwide. Yet the idea of Klitschko, who will be 47 by the time 2025 rolls around, stepping back into the ring to face the 35-year-old Fury is met with skepticism. Can Klitschko, after nearly a decade away, compete at the highest level against the best fighter of his generation? Enter Shannon Briggs, whose energy and persistence have made him one of the most entertaining and unpredictable figures in boxing. While Briggs' career is not remembered for its accomplishments in the ring, it is certainly known for his passion, charisma, and unwavering confidence. His last major title shot came in 2016 when he was stopped by Vladimir's brother, Vitaly Klitschko, in a lopsided affair that many deemed a one-sided display of dominance by the Klitschko family. Briggs has often referred to that fight as one of the defining moments in his career, vowing for years to face either Wladimir or Vitaly in the ring again to settle old scores. But more than just a desire for revenge, Briggs has always had a thirst for the limelight and the excitement of the sport. At 53 years old, many might consider Briggs past his prime, but the fire in his belly is as strong as ever, and he remains adamant that he still has the ability to compete at the highest levels. Briggs has spent much of the past few years keeping his name in the public eye through social media, frequent training videos, and appearances. He has taken every opportunity to remind people that he is not just a relic of a bygone era but a living testament to the power of persistence and self-promotion. Despite the questions surrounding his fitness, age, and ability to withstand the punishment of a boxing match at this stage in his life, Briggs continues to exude an infectious sense of optimism. For him, it's not about legacy, it's about proving that he still belongs, that he can still be a part of the heavyweight drama, and that, even at his advanced age, he's far from finished. But the question remains, can Shannon Briggs actually return to the ring and make an impact? Can he face off against someone like Wladimir Klitschko, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, and have a meaningful fight? The answer is likely a resounding no for most critics, but boxing is a sport that thrives on unpredictability and the unexpected. Just look at the incredible story of George Foreman, who at 45 years old stunned the boxing world by regaining the heavyweight title in 1994. While Briggs doesn't have Foreman's sheer physical prowess or knockout power at his peak, there's no doubt that the man has heart, and in boxing, that often counts for more than anything else. For now, Shannon Briggs' claim that he's still here is more than just bravado, it's a statement about the unyielding nature of his character. Whether or not he can still fight at the top level, his presence in the heavyweight division would be a spectacle in itself. A fight between Briggs and Klitschko, whether as a comeback for both men or as a spectacle to fill seats and generate buzz, would undoubtedly sell out arenas and generate massive pay-per-view sales, regardless of how much either man has left in the tank. For Briggs, it might not even be about winning, it's about proving that he hasn't been forgotten, that his name still carries weight, and that he can still entertain, even if the glory of his past is behind him. Whether the fight happens or not, one thing is for certain, Shannon Briggs is a character that the boxing world cannot ignore, and his 6-word declaration that he's still here serves as a reminder that, in boxing, the curtain never truly falls until you decide to walk off the stage.